Welcome back to Talk of the Town. We are joined by these gorgeous ladies from the Hilton Dance Theatre. We have Brittany Hanna and Sophia Nimmer, and we are talking about y'all's spring production, Terpsichore. And what is that? The name has significance. What does it mean?
So it means the Greek goddess of dance.
Yeah.
So Terpsichore to us is kind of just a spring celebration of, it's kind of like a showcase of all the things that we've worked on, and it's different from Nutcracker. Yeah, it's different from Nutcracker because we just kind of just throw together some different things and shows off all the different kinds of dance that we can do.
Yeah, and I love the way she says throw a couple of things together. Like it is so orchestrated and so it looks on stage, it totally looks effortless, but like when it's happening behind the scenes, that grind is dancers are the hardest working athletes. It's unbelievable. Okay, so the one of the pieces that you're going to be doing, I want to make sure I get it right, Act 2 of Swan Lake. And first of all, this right now is, we're looking at May 16th and 17th, and it's going to be at the theater at the Hilton Head High School. Okay, so, and we're looking at, we're not sure the times quite yet and everything, but as of right now, we'll just put a place mark in that May 16 and 17, and then check back and make sure that, you know, we're on target for the date. But Brittany, you're dancing the role of Odette.
Yes.
So tell us a little bit about that.
So I'm doing the second act in Swan Lake, which is the act where the Swan Queen is, you know, she's trapped in her magical lake and it's very sad, and she actually ends up meeting Prince Siegfried, who is, you know, a young handsome prince on his, I think, 21st birthday. You know, he's out hunting and he falls in love with this, you know, beautiful Swan Queen. And to, you know, break the curse so she can turn back into a real princess, you know, they have to fall into true love and everything. So it's a very cute love story in that, you know, second act and everything, and it's very beautiful dance with lots of very kind of iconic and beautiful music.
Absolutely. Now, is it a role that you've danced before?
I have not. This is my first time dancing it. It was back in January when we did a show for the regional schools on the island. But yeah, it's a really big challenge.
Sure. And now your artistic director, was this a role that she played as well, Karina Carlisle?
Yes, it was. She pretty much did everything. But
well, she was with the American Ballet.
Yes, she was. She was the American Ballet Theatre and, you know, Dutch National Ballet, and so I'm not sure which company she danced it with, but she danced Odette because it's, you know, a very iconic role in the dance world, and it's actually pretty cool because the headpiece that I get to wear for it was one that her mom made for her and that she wore, you know, people at Hilton Dance have worn before, so it's pretty cool to do that.
I love that.
Yeah.
I absolutely love that. It's kind of like, you know, if you're in theater, like the role of like a particular, you know, my favorite, you know, like that role of, and to be able to bring to life in your own voice something and have shared that experience.
Yeah, it's really
now, one
cool.
of the other things that she's popped in, your artistic director, is the role of Ramonda.
Yes.
And that's something you're going to be playing, Sophia. Tell us about that.
Yes, so that's the last act of the show, and we're doing the wedding scene act. So it's kind of a celebration, and all the seniors, there's 5 seniors.
That's the Pepita masterpiece.
Yes.
Yes, okay.
So there's 5 seniors, we all have partners. It's just kind of a celebration. It's really fun. It's different, it's character ballet, so it's really different from everything we've done, but it's so much fun.
Really upbeat.
Yeah, it's an upbeat piece.
Yeah.
Very stylish.
And is there a particular area of dance that both of you all specialize in? You've kind of gone in, you know, a particular direction?
Well, I think we probably do ballet the most. You know, we do ballet like Monday through Saturday every day, but we also do Fosse, which we're doing a piece, you know, Kathleen Watkins has set for us, and then which is kind of like Broadway jazz you see in like Chicago or, you know, things like that. And then we also do jazz with Jamal Edwards, and then we also do some contemporary kind of ballet that's, you know, different from the Nutcracker, but, you know, we're still wearing either point shoes or ballet slipper kind of things.
Yeah, and so how did that come about, the whole Fosse thing? I mean, is that kind of terrifying to like go, you know, from Swan Lake into Fosse? I mean, they're so totally different.
It's definitely a challenge.
Sing, sing, sing.
Yes, it's definitely a challenge, but it's so much fun because it's such a different piece from what we usually do. So it's a challenge, but it's a fun challenge.
It's usually like an audience favorite. There was like huge applause after we did Kathleen's pieces.
Oh, that's wonderful. And now, how far in advance does she kind of get that stuff prepped?
I mean, she knows all the choreography. It's been in her head, like, from when she did it on Broadway.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's just all up there. Just so much choreography from all these different shows, and she just kind of writes down different parts and then just spits it out at us. And if we
only get to meet with her once a week, so I think we usually start probably in like December, but we put it all together like in a very short amount of time if you really think about it, only meeting once a week to do it all.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
To, you know,
it's long.
take in and then apply.
Yeah.
Now, Jamal Edwards, let's talk about that department. What's happening? Is there something new being choreographed there?
So we love Jamal.
So Jamal, he's doing a piece called...
The ballet master.
Yes.
He's doing a piece called Hoedown, which is a spin-off from Balanchine's Western Symphony. And so it's really, really different. We've never really done something like it before. It's kind of a mix between jazz and ballet and contemporary. It's really different, but it's so much fun.
Yeah, it's kind of too like that, like Western kind of music, and so it's kind of like showgirly. It's really, really cool. It's really interesting to do.
I love off-the-wall choreographers. I do. I mean, it's and the way that they can pull something out of a dancer.
Jamal is so good at that.
With completely things that are usually mutually exclusive. You know, to put those two things together and then see what happens. It's like there's a chemical reaction kind of that takes place. What are you most looking forward to in the production of Terpsichore?
I'm really looking forward to Sing, Sing, Sing. It's just really fun, and I did it when I was in 7th grade in the same production, so it's really fun to do it so many years later, and I'm just like a different dancer.
Was this y'all's last year, y'all seniors?
Yeah.
Yes.
I know. Yeah. And I'd say I'm most excited probably to do Odette, because it's just really, it's really fun to work with Karina on it, you know, because she can have so much like insight. She's like, oh, you know, when I did this, maybe you should do it like that, or you know, because like pretty much all principal dancers end up dancing this role. She's watched so many iconic people do it and can, you know, give me some feedback on it.
Well, we in this community have been with you all since you were in 7th grade. You know what I mean? Like watching the Nutcracker, watching your work. So this is like swan song in some ways for these girls, but it never ends. You know, it's something that you all performing these pieces is something that is held very dear in this community here. So break legs, both of y'all, and we'll be back to make sure that we got a solid date for you when we can. Thanks so much for being with us, ladies. We'll be right back with more Talk of the Town.